Good morning, guys. This is Eileen from Love Angels Light. And I know I normally come live on a Wednesday morning to do readings with you. But I woke up this morning, I was really tired. So I am not doing readings this morning, but I did want to have a chat with you because over the last couple of days, I've spoken with various people about various problems or various things they're going through. And it kind of dawned on me that, number one, a lot of you probably don't know where I've come from and my history and why I do what I do. And I thought, maybe we should kind of go there for a brief moment. See, yesterday I was having a chat with a friend and I'd kind of made an off-the-cuff comment and she's gone, "Oh my God, I had no idea." And I went, "Oh, that just came out, did it?" So it kind of dawned on me that we don't actually know that much about the people that we spend time with. Like, we don't necessarily know their entire history or their problems, if you will. And so what it kind of made me think was we need to sort of give ourselves a bit of a break when we've come through stuff that's really painful, or if we are going through stuff that's really painful. And we really need to recognize when we're feeling triggered, because when we're feeling triggered, we react rather than respond. So my first life lesson that I wanted to share with you is you don't have to sit in your circumstances. You don't have to sit in the pile of shit around you. You don't have to. It's a choice. And yeah, sometimes you're looking at your circumstances going, "But I don't have a choice." You know what? You're right. Sometimes you don't have a choice about the circumstances you are in. Do you know where your choice comes in? You have a choice how you respond, how you react, and how you choose to feel about that. Hey, Natalie. You have a choice. You don't have necessarily, look, sometimes people come and go, "I just don't have any money and I can't make any money because these are my circumstances." And I go, I hear you. I hear you. I know what that's like. Believe me, I know what that's like. But you still have a choice about how you respond to things. You still have a choice of going, "All right, I don't have any money right now." Instead of, "Hey, Monica. Oh, that's good. I mean, look, I'm sorry about the storm." but the feedback's great. I'm sorry about the storm. When did I do that reading? I honestly don't remember. So here's the thing, right? You can allow. I was having this chat right before bedtime with my husband, and he doesn't necessarily agree with what I believe and how I think. Hey, Mel, last week, thank you. Here's the thing, right? You can sit in your circumstances and allow stuff to happen to you. That's not what the universe wants. Good morning, Talia. I do. I love the book. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day too. Every action has a reaction. That's exactly right. But if you choose to respond rather than react, if something happens to you, okay, here's the thing, right? You open the mail, there's a giant electricity bill. You can either go into damage control or the sky is for, I have to apologize to my husband before I say this. Sometimes I call my husband Chicken Little. Because when something happens that, hello, gorgeous Odette. Hello, Dika. Where's Dika? Did I miss a comment? Oh, you must be watching with Dika. It must have been, I don't know. Here's the thing, right? You open a bill and it's this giant electricity bill, just for example, because that's plausible, right? You can either go, "Oh my God, I have no money. I can't pay this. Negative, 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 negative." Or you can take a step back, take a deep breath and go, Well, I'm thinking of words that rhyme with trucked. Let's be honest. All right, being completely real here. I did not realize my bill was going to be that big. Okay. Call the electricity company and go, hey guys, this bill, can't pay it. And usually they will come up with solutions for you, right? So then you work out a solution together. It makes you less stressed. I hope you're laughing at me, Odette. All right, it makes you less stressed. You've dealt with the problem. There is no shame in actually working out a solution to your problem. Be solution focused, not problem focused. All right, that's number one. You don't have to sit in your circumstances. You can look at your circumstances, and this is why I created the Shift Your Shit program. All right, you can sit in your circumstances, and the law of attraction literally basically says you focus on that, you focus on your pile, your circumstances, more of your circumstances will happen. Do you want more of your circumstances? Just asking, because if you want more of your circumstances, great, keep going. I'll talk to you later. Like, seriously, if you want more of what you've currently got, if you want more of your current circumstances, that is absolutely 100% okay. And I could draw 1,000 cards for you, but if you're stuck in that program, there's not much we can do here. But if you're kind of treading water and lifting your head above water and you can see a solution, why wouldn't you go for the solution? If you can kind of look at your circumstances and go, oh, giant steaming piles of poo. Giant steaming piles. But then you kind of go, okay, I don't want this. At the start of this year, we were in a situation, insert H after the S, that sort of situation. It was really giant steaming piles of poo. And I could have sat in those circumstances and gone, well, I don't know what to do. I could have gone into that spiral of depression that comes when you have no money. You kind of can't work full time because you've got small children and one of them gets sick all the time. And there's bushfires stopping us from actually doing what my business was intended to do. Like, and then COVID hits. I could have sat in that circumstance and gone, oh my God. Spiral depression, spiral, can't do my business. Oh my God, how am I going to feed my family? I could have. Hey, Tracy, I'm not drawing cards today because, do you know why? Because I woke up this morning and I feel really tired and drained. So instead, I'm having a chat to you guys about some really important life stuff. But hopefully I'll be back on Friday to draw more cards. I decided to respect my energy and stay in my energy because later on I have a couple of readings and Ethan keeps wanting cuddles and attention, which is fine because he's 3. But it just means that I need to conserve my energy. I will probably be doing a short live feed in the supporter group later. Maybe not a live feed, maybe a Zoom. I don't know. We'll talk. I'll put a post in there in a little while. But I just wanted to talk to you guys because what I'm seeing a lot of at the moment is people staying in their circumstances, people focusing on their own stuff, which is, like I said before, 100% okay. If you want to focus on your stuff, that is okay. If you can't see outside of your stuff right now, that's okay. Your time will come. But at the start of this year, when I started, hey Nita, when I started building, like changing direction with my business and trying to work out a way to make it more profitable for me to be able to stay home with him, I had to shift you do need to learn that. I had to shift my perspective. I had to branch out. I had to do more. All right, but I had to do me. And that's the thing. You have to do you. This is the whole reason I created the Shift Your Shit program, because people get stuck in their programming. If we want to call your life up until this point your programming, all right, your circumstances, if you want to stay focused on the law of attraction, is literally all about where you focus your energy. Where you are focused, that's where energy flows. All right. And so if you are focused on your circumstances, you are literally manifesting more of those circumstances. So if you get that giant electricity bill and then you stress about that giant electricity bill, you're literally going to manifest more bills. Because we all want that, don't we? No. Okay, so here's the thing. If you choose to acknowledge, I'm not saying deny what is going on for you. You have to acknowledge your feelings. You have to acknowledge your situation. The universe hears your doubts, hears your stress, hears your negative programming. And you have to be able to sit there and go, all right, universe, I acknowledge that things are pretty super steaming piles right now. I acknowledge that. I feel that, but I can't focus on that because my goal over there, I should do with this hand because then I don't get the shadow over my face. My goal over there is to have a successful business where I can stay home with my child, where I can be available for school drop-off and pick-up at the right times, without having to pay for before and after school care. My focus is on those things. That is what I want. That is my goal. So my action plan then is how to get to that point. All right? That's my circumstances. So you shift that into whatever it is that you need to do. Now, my Shift Your Shit competition group is about to change name and focus a little bit. It's going to become the Shift Your Shit challenge group. It's going to be a 3-day challenge. I wasn't going to do this on this feed, but here we are. A 3-day challenge. It's going to go through goal setting, manifesting, vision boarding. There will be a bonus session over those 3 days on mindset. Because if you can get those 3 things, if you can get those things sort of started in your head and you can commit to doing that daily, you're going to see change in your life. You're going to see positive change in your life. Who doesn't want that? Okay, so this challenge, I may even start it next week. I should have gone into the competition group to do this feed, but again, here we are. All right. Here's my other life lesson. I had 2 written down that I wanted to share with you. Okay. So the first one was, you don't have to sit in your circumstances. That is a choice. It's a choice. If you want to sit in your circumstances, go for it, but you will manifest more of those circumstances. Okay. The second one is, you don't have to let your past dictate your future. Awesome. You don't have to let your past dictate your future. In the past, I've been through chronic pain, injuries, accidents, illness. I've been through all of that. Like, I have a nerve condition in my knee. That is permanent. But I could sit here every day and go, poor me, poor me, poor me, my knee. I can't do anything. Do you know what? I did that for 2 years. I went through 4 physios until I found one that knew what the problem was, but she didn't know how to treat it. I was literally bailed up on a couch doing minimal anything for 2 years after I was injured at work. And when she worked out what the problem was, the 4th physio, she said, I don't know how to treat it, but I know someone who does. Now, anyone who lives in Sydney, at that stage, I was living in Sutherland, and the physio that knew how to treat it was on the other side of Sydney. And she's going, okay, here's the thing. Feel the emotions for a minute, all right? I know what the problem is. Me, yay. She goes, but I don't know how to treat it. Me, oh. She's gone, but I know someone who does. Me, yay. And then she tells me where they are, and it was literally an hour to an hour and a half drive, depending on traffic, just to get there, with tolls, with petrol, with all of that stuff. And I'm like, I don't care where they are. I want someone to treat my knee so that I can function in society. Because the last specialist appointment I went to, they said, you need to do this or you're going to lose the use of your leg, because there was already wastage happening in the muscles. All right, so I knew that I needed to do it. You have to focus on you and what you need. Yes, I've been in horrendous circumstances over the years, but if I sit there in those circumstances and let them rule my life, I am not living my purpose, and I am not learning from the experiences that I've had. I was told I would never run again and I would never teach again. 2 years. I think I was on leave from work for 5 years in total. And the last physio, the 5th physio, when I said to him, the doctors have all told me, the medical professionals that I've seen have all told me I will never run and I will never teach. And he's gone, why not? And I've gone, my knee. And he's gone, I see that, but why not? So we went through this entire program to desensitize my knee, to get me up to a point where I could get on an exercise bike. And I said to him, well, even if I can run again, I won't do the city to surf. And he's gone, why not? 2014, I completed the city to surf. It's a 14-kilometer run for those who don't know. Fun run. It is fun. I hated the first half. I hated the first 7 kilometers. And I walked and ran. I didn't run all 14 kilometers, but I did cross the finish line and I did get my finisher's medal. All right. Here's the thing. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. Anything. Because number one, you're human. And number two, you have the will. If you have a will, you have the way, obviously. And number three, was I doing 1, 2, 3? I am now. You will always find the energy and the motivation to do the things that are important to you. I was chatting to a client the other day and she said, I am motivated to achieve this. I just need a little bit of help. Can we talk hypnotherapy? Who's Jeannie? Hi, Anne-Marie. I was in Jean. Hey, Marianne. All right, so you will always find the resources that you need to achieve something if it is important to you. You will, because that's the way we work. My mum said to me once, oh, but so-and-so doesn't, hey, Deborah, so-and-so doesn't have the money to do that right now. I said, don't believe you. And she's gone, but we don't have the money. Like, she doesn't have the money. She's got this on, that on, the other one on. I said, Mum, here's the thing. You always find a way. I didn't have the money to do various things this year because, you know, studying, working, building a business, rah, 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 whatever. Hey, Mel. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, let me just finish this line of thing before I forget it, because that's the way I roll. All right. So here's the thing, right? We always have the money, the time, the energy, the resources. We find it for what's important to us. Surely enough, this person that my mum and I were talking about found the time, found the money to do what she wanted to do. Why? Because it was important to her. All right. So if you want to move your life forward, I'm a coach. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a law of attraction coach, guys. If you want to work on law of attraction stuff, talk to me. I've got the Shift Your Shit program, which is going to basically flow on from the challenge. The 3-day challenge will be free, because that gives you a little bit of insight into what we actually cover in the Shift Your Shit program. They kind of go hand in hand. It's not a massive investment of time for this challenge, all right? the hypnotherapy and coaching program, Shift Your Shit program, is not free because that's a huge investment of time and energy from me and my expertise and my program. Those that have already done it can tell you what it's about. You can also, once you join the Shift Your Shit, at the moment it's a competition group. I'll share the link in a moment when I'm not talking. That program is obviously not free. I value my time and the energy that I put into my work, and therefore I charge for that. Let me just go here. Share, not leave group. I could have left the group. That would have been hilarious for no one. All right, let me come back to Mel. Hey, Tammy. I'm good, thank you. All right, so you lost your first child. He was 15. Yes, they stay around. Yes, they stay around. Okay, so here's the thing, all right. We had a cat. This is going to be interesting for some people. We had a cat when I was a kid. We didn't buy the cat. We did not buy the cat. This is going to be noisy for a second. My parents just shifted. There we go. All right, so this is the competition group, hopefully. I've posted that on the Love Angels Light feed, not on the Eileen Russell feed. Okay. Right. So we had a cat. He died in 1996, maybe. I don't know. A really long time ago. Okay. Excellent. Thanks, Roz. Okay, so he died. Okay. Now, I lived in Riverwood at the time. And earlier this year, I was standing in my kitchen. Keep in mind, I have not owned a cat since. I was standing in my kitchen and I looked down on, I was wearing black, and I saw a white piece of cat hair. Have not owned a cat since. White piece of cat hair. No idea where it came from. No idea. At that stage, the neighbours next door hated cats. They've shifted since, all right? So I looked down and went, oh, my God. And then I felt, you know, when a cat comes up and just rubs their head and their whole body along your ankle or your lower leg? Yeah, I felt that. And I looked down and because I am me, I see the little white ball of fluff that was my cat. And I'm like, oh, my God. Hi, Snowy. Hi, what are you doing here? And on occasion, he comes and visits. Anyone outside of my page would probably think I'm a crazy person, which I am. Just, you know, whatever. So your little fur baby is going to be around you. When you think of him, he is there. Someone who used to smoke, Tammy. It's someone around you who has passed who used to smoke. And you're not acknowledging them, which is why you're still smelling it. All right, so it's someone who used to smoke, who has passed, who there you go. Do you know what? We moved a lot as kids because Dad was in the Air Force, right? And we moved into this house in Canberra, and this cat came to the back door, and my mum's like, don't feed it, don't feed it, don't give it anything. But we were kids. One of us fed it. It wasn't me. Honestly, it was not me. One of us gave it a drink or something, gave him. Anyway, he adopted us, and we kept him. And he moved with us to Sydney. There you go. Okay, so what's going on around that? Nita, I'm not doing readings this morning. I know you came on late, so just I woke up and I was really tired, and I've had a lot of headaches lately, and I just need to sort of ground and be me. That's okay. Maybe he just wants you to know that he's there. So he might just want you to know that he's there. Okay. Because look, I don't really want to tune in this morning. Come back on Friday. On Friday. And it's actually why I put in the description life lessons with Eileen, no readings today, because if I'm not feeling 100%, it's not that my readings would be inaccurate, but the energy that it takes to do that, I need to respect myself and my energy. Oh, there you go. There you go, Tammy. All right. Now I do have private readings available tomorrow and Friday. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Tomorrow and Friday. So if you want a private, hey Jay. You're not the only one on my feed doing that. Hey, I do have private bookings available now. $60 per half hour from the 1st of January. That is going up to $75 per half hour. So if you want to get it in at that lower price, now's your chance. Book in your private readings. You can book double. I don't mind if you book a double session. And if you don't see a time slot available that you would like, message me and I'll see where I can fit you in, okay? All right, so the two big lessons I wanted to talk to you guys about today was, number one, you don't have to sit in your circumstances. You can actually choose to shift your perspective up. Look out, all right? I know one of my articles that I published 2 weeks ago talked about that. You don't have to let your past dictate your future, all right? So just because you've come from a life of, okay, my examples are usually quite traumatic for some, all right? I don't want to trigger people, but if you come from a history where you've had abuse or addiction issues or whatever, you can actually draw a line in the sand and say, you know what, I'm done with that now. I want to move forward. I want my life to be better. What do I need to do? Because if you improve you, your world around you improves. Focus on you. All right. If you can, what do I need to do to shift myself out of this pile? All right. The 3-day challenge, I think I'll probably start it next week, to be honest, because I want to help people. I'd also like to be paid for this, but I want to show you what my program, my Shift Your Shit program is about. And the competition group doesn't really do that at the moment. So I want to show you a little bit about what it is. And I feel like a 3-day challenge will help with that. So 3-day challenge is free. The actual program is not free. I have other programs that you guys can join that are also not free because this is a business. And I donate enough of my time to kind of helping people without expecting too much in return. So, all right. What else did I want to tell you? My brain has gone blank. The challenge will go through goal setting, manifesting, vision boarding. There will be a bonus session on mindset because the Shift Your Shit program goes through working out what the shit is that needs shifting. Then we go into a mindset session. Then we go into a manifesting session. And then we go into an abundance session. It is 4 group hypnotherapy, 4 group coaching calls. It is a very valuable program that I'm not charging full price for because I want people to be able to afford it because it will help you to get out of your circumstances and focus on what you can do, what is possible if you just get out of the piles around you. All right. Any other questions about any of the stuff I've spoken about, not for actual readings? Because I might go and check what the little mate's doing, and I probably need to do a bunch of other things, like go and take the tablet I forgot to take this morning. My last antibiotic, in case anyone's wondering. It's on the bench. Helps if it's open. All right, so if you're not part of the Shift Your Shit competition group, the link is up there in the comments. I point that way because that's where my comments are. If you're interested in the challenge, go and join the group. I have a couple of people already requesting that. If you're interested in any of my one-on-one, my individual programs, I do hypnotherapy for pretty much anything. I literally have about 400 scripts on my computer. So you name it, I can probably do it. I have Shift Your Shit, the 30-day program. The reason it's 30 days is because we conquer all the stuff to get your head in the right space to start manifesting the good stuff. All right. We have Unstick Your Stuck, which talks about past life regressions using hypnotherapy. It's a 3-session program. Those sessions are each an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Again, hugely valuable program. In the past life regression sessions that I do via hypnotherapy, you tell me what your past lives are, and we discuss it afterwards. All right. It goes through an age regression and 2 past life regressions to really find out what is making you feel stuck and why you can't seem to move forward with your life. All right. It's an amazing program. Shift Your Shit, Unstick Your Stuck. I also have the Seeking Spirit program, which is hypnotherapy, coaching, and mentoring. There are 4 hypnotherapy sessions. It is cushioned by 2 other sessions. So we start that with an energy clearing and protection session so that you can protect yourself before you get into the spirit stuff. The first hypnotherapy session, which is the second session then, is all about your spiritual awakening. The third session is meeting your spirit guide. Your fourth session is connecting with your spirit animal. And the 5th week is all about mediumship. Now, I'm going to assume you guys know not all psychics are mediums, but all mediums are psychic. Here's the thing. The reason I'm doing your spiritual Seeking Spirit course through hypnotherapy is because my belief system is that we are all born with a gift. The thing is, through conditioning and through our experiences, it gets squashed. The reason I do it with hypnotherapy is because it shuts down your conscious brain and starts working on your unconscious brain. All right, so we bypass your conscious to work behind the scenes in your brain to rewire neural pathways and awaken those gifts that are innate within you. Okay, so the 4 hypnotherapy sessions in the Seeking Spirit program are spiritual awakening, meeting your spirit guide, connecting with your spirit animal, and mediumship. And we end it with a spiritual attunement and then another clearing, making sure everything's going ahead, everything's clear, everything's flowing smoothly. We start with protection, we end with a clearing, all right, to make sure everything is set, cushioned, and you kind of go off into the world. We then look at a mentoring program if that's what you're after, or you can join my Love Angels Light supporter group, which is all about which then you get a little bit of that mentoring stuff anyway. All right, the Love Angels Light supporter group, $19.97 per month, and you get access to the guaranteed reading sessions that I do 4 times a week. You get access to exclusive content, random live feeds, and messages from me. You get a whole bunch of value for that $19.97 per month. All right, that's the 3 major programs that I run. If you are interested, send me a PM. Otherwise, join the group that I put the link in the comments for, and that way you will be part of the challenge that will probably run next week. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm going to go and see what my son is doing because I can hear him talking to himself, which is could be good, could be bad. We don't know. Have a good day, guys. I will catch you guys later. If you're interested in any more information or anything that I've spoken about today, let me know. Number 1, you don't have to sit in your circumstances. You can choose what your focus will be. And number 2, you don't have to let your past dictate your future. So have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.